All the churches have led everyone astray. It's shocking to me. Literally, John the Apostle was the only true witness to all of it. He was the only one that stayed through the whole thing. That's why he would be the most important witness. That was why this world got everybody. I'm not saying the other gospels yet, but the biggest thing is that was the true witness. Because the other ones couldn't, I mean, they weren't there. They all fled. But John, the beloved apostle, he was the only true witness. So what do you think the chances are that, it talks in Revelation about that, there'll be two witnesses. I would imagine he'd be one, especially given that in that verse, John 20:21 or 21:20, Jesus said he won't. Here, let me read it again. It's blowing my mind how there's been just nothing but people, theologians in churches, maybe that just didn't care. Well, they all went to seminary school, which was the biggest problem. I've said that for the past 5 years. But all leading the entire world astray. The apostle that was most important that Jesus wanted you to focus on was John. And that's the gospel they have the most evidence for. Because it's the most detailed. Of course it would be. He was the only one that stayed through the worst part of what Jesus went through. It's blowing my mind. How this whole world. And of course the last video I put up won't get seen. I figured that because they don't want the world to know the truth. So it's in it's in John, of course. I think it's 21:20. Peter turned and saw the disciple whom Jesus loved following them, the one who also had leaned back against him during the supper and had said, "Lord, who is it that is going to betray you?" When Peter saw him, meaning John, he said to Jesus, "Lord, what about this man?" meaning John. Jesus said to him, "If it is my will that he remain until I come, what is it to you? You follow me." So the saying spread abroad among the brothers that this disciple was not to die. Yet Jesus did not say to him that he was not to die. But if it is my will that he remain until I come, what is that to you? This is the disciple who is bearing witness about these things, and who has written these things, and who we know that his testimony is true. So they didn't know which one. Well, this seems like it, though. Some accounts say, because he's pointing to John, more interested in why is John the most beloved? And of course, Jesus can't tell them, well, I know that I know all of you are going to flee. Because he's not telling them yet what's going to happen to him. I'm going to be nailed to a cross. But because, of course he wouldn't. But he knows what they're going to do. They're going to all flee in fear. Literally, the only person that was a true loyal to Jesus was one person. I'm not saying he didn't love the other apostles. I'm just saying, wouldn't it be like this world to get everybody to focus on the dead, to act like all the apostles were the same? No, they weren't. And then, this was 2013, but they've uncovered more. His is the most evidenced. And yet this is the apostle. An apostle means... what does it mean? I just had it. Because I looked it up, because the apostles could be seen as trumpets. In fact, early, not theologians, but early fathers. I hate to say that because then I always think Catholic Church, and it's like, but I think it was earlier than them. They saw the apostles as trumpets. Among the four Gospels, John's Gospel has the most archaeology evidence supporting its historical and geographical accuracy. It contains more topographical details and references to places that have been confirmed by archaeology than all the other Gospels combined. These include confirmed locations such as the Pool of Bethesda with its 5 porticos. Bethsaida is a fishing town. Jacob's Well, Mount Gerizim, the Kidron Valley, the Pool of Siloam. I know I'm saying that wrong. I apologize. And the site of Jesus' crucifixion and tomb. They've found all that. Archaeological finds also corroborate details unique to John, such as the references to the use of nails in the crucifixion and the practice of breaking legs for execution victims, which aligns with how Jesus' crucifixion is described in John 19. These discoveries support the authenticity of John's account and suggest that it was written by someone with first-hand or well-informed knowledge of the places and practices mentioned. As far as what, sorry, got off track there. What apostle means, it means one that is sent. One that is sent. You want to know what John's personality is like? This was interesting. Now I lost that. The Apostle John's personality was marked by zeal, deep devotion, and love, alongside a youthful impulsiveness and ambition that matured over time, known as the Son of Thunder. Early on, he was passionate, sometimes temperamental, and even sought positions of honor in Jesus' kingdom. Despite these youthful flaws, he grew into a humble, deeply loving, and spiritually insightful disciple who faithfully followed Jesus to the cross and cared for Jesus' mother, with great devotion. His writings emphasize love, truth, and spiritual insight, underscoring a balance between zeal for the truth and compassionate love for others. He was known for his courage, yes, for sure, his loyalty, and the deep spiritual revelation entrusted to him, particularly in the book of Revelation. His personality combined ardent feelings, strong convictions, a delicate sensibility, and a profound capacity for love and spiritual perception, making him a complex yet profoundly influential figure in early Christianity. Oh yeah, I would say that would be who. I mean, it's God's creation. He could do whatever he wants. I mean, he could, as it says in there, that he's the, he'll, if Jesus wants him to stay alive until his coming, which was talking about the second coming, he could do it. I mean, it's not like there's not anything, and God can do whatever he wants. And wouldn't that be just a mind blower? Most people in this world wouldn't believe it, but be somebody that could witness to everything. He would be the perfect witness. I mean, I'm sure maybe he'd get sick of, well, no, I don't know that you would. Think of how many lifetimes you'd be living, or I don't know. But it does say that he's the disciple that won't die. This is him from the show The Chosen. That's the actor, that's him. Yeah, he's the disciple that's the greatest. no doubt.